Hey guys, Jen Graves here, and my mom. So we're gonna do some bantering on a Q&A. So I decided to do this little last minute. I've been kind of toying with the idea for this week,
Spur of the moment.
but
Trust me.
I just threw it on her spur of the moment. I was like, well, I guess now's as good a time as any. So anyway, kind of the topic of this one is what your parents or something views you as a collector. So we're going to get into it with my mom and viewing me as a manga collector and whatnot. So, Mom, what do you think about me being a manga collector?
Well, when I first, I never looked at him as being a collector. I just looked at him as reading, and then the more books that he collected, and in a roundabout way, what he also is a hoarder. It's just that he doesn't hoard just like stuff. He only hoards like certain things, which is mainly manga. So, I'm definitely proud of him for putting together this YouTube channel and encouraging people, because that's what he does, and being the person that he is.
So, would you say that you think that manga has made me a better person overall?
Yes, I would say it has made him a better person. He knows a little bit about everything, and I'm sure a lot of it, because that's mainly what he reads, has come from manga. But it's still all good stuff, like things that count towards life.
Do you think that you'd ever read manga?
No. Story is this. My son has picked out different series for me to try and read, and he would ask me how far I had gotten, and I could barely read to the first page because I didn't even know how to read it. And then when he showed me how to read it, then it still made no sense to me. And I've never gotten through one entire book, let alone one entire series. So, no, I would rather read just a regular book.
So what do you feel about your child finally hitting the 4,000 mark and almost hitting? I mean, we've talked about it. We talk about it all the time, guys. Almost being right there at 4,500 books.
Well, kind of the same thing that I said before. Was at first, I didn't really think too much about it, but realizing that he does have a very extensive collection, and that it's an investment, just like some people invest in coins, some people invest in different collectibles, and some of them are worth a lot, some of them aren't worth anything, but it's kind of that same mindset.
Do you think that I should downsize my collection at all?
No.
Any elaboration?
No, not really. I just don't. I know there's people that think that he probably should. Not saying that he needs to keep going at the same speed that he's been going on collecting, especially at this point in his life. Because he has that was his goal, was to make that mark, and he has made it. And so I think that he can, kind of slow down a little bit on what he's doing. And not that I want him to slow down and not have a YouTube channel, but I think he has many other things along with manga that he can talk about on this channel, and can,
Like Pops.
well, Pops, but just as many of you know, they're his followers anyway. He's very positive. He'll always reach out and try and find positive things for people. But not only that, he's used his imagination, just like us doing this, even though it's spur of the moment for me. And he could have forewarned me a little bit. I might have washed my hair and not put a ball cap on today, but that's beside the point.
We're at the Saturday job, so if you guys don't know why we look like what we look like.
Yeah, we're doing kettle corn today, so yeah.
So, what do you feel about 2019 and hitting that 5,000 mark?
Possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of that took me off a little bit, especially since I was just saying that he might need to slow down just a little bit right now.
What's your earliest memory of me reading manga and all that other stuff, or when I started?
Oh gosh, I don't know. The only memories I know is going to Books A Million, and Jacob would go, "Hey Mom, Books A Million has, manga books on sale, such and such," and we would go in there, and because he could buy two and get one for free or for something, we bought, and I ended up, I thought I was going to go in there and spend, maybe less than $20, and instead, I'd come out of there with 50 or 60. Thank goodness for the 10% discount that you get at Books A Million. But now we have no Books A Million here, so.
Right, we got a lot of those coupons that it was if you spend $25, you get $5 off. So we would do that and then turn around if we got another one and go buy more. So until it basically wouldn't give us another one of those, which I guess it was 2 or 3 times after you did that, it would stop. And so it was kind of or Mom would be like, okay, this is the line. We're not crossing this line. No more, save it. Because you see it on the receipt, it says you got 2 weeks to use this one. We'll wait for 2 weeks to go buy.
Or, sometimes they would put manga on sale.
True.
Yeah. So it would be buy 2, get 1 free. Or things like that. I think that was normally what it was. Are you out of questions for me?
No, I got more. I'm just thinking about it because I'm trying to keep it with the same speed that we're going. How many of my friends from YouTube do I talk to you about all the time? I guess.
There's probably about five that he talks about quite frequently.
Can you name
them? Bizarre, who I didn't meet while you were here, but Danny, who I know did the artwork that Jacob's gonna have some t-shirts made at some point. There's a guy in Kansas City, I can't think his name right now.
Lowly.
And then there's at least one other one that lives in Tennessee.
I think I know who you're talking about. But
who is it?
Amaskio J.
Yes. That's it. I think that's it. That's the only ones off the top of my head that I can think of. So, I guess, is there anybody else I should give a shout out to that if you mention their name, I'll go, oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
The reason I keep turning around is to make sure that we don't have any customers coming up to buy popcorn.
Because it is spur of the moment. So.
Yeah, so it is definitely
we're still working hours right now.
Yeah, if I jump out of the car, that means that we've had a customer come up to buy popcorn.
What do you think What do you think about this being something that me and Trey, guys, my brother Trey, what do you think this being one that me and him do together, or like our channels like separately? You know, he doesn't do too much on his channel, but you think it's a really good thing for both of us to do together, kind of like brother bonding and stuff?
Yes. And I think that they both enjoy it. Jacob probably more so sometimes than Trey always does, but once Trey starts doing it, then he's all in and enjoys what he's doing.
Okay, so
So
side question.
shout out to my son, Jacob's brother, Trey, also.
Okay, so follow-up question with that. Do you know what Trey's channel's called?
I have not a clue.
Vegeta Saiyan Prince 10.
Yeah, I had not
Do
a
you know
clue.
what my channel's called?
Jen Groves.
Okay.
Duh.
I was like, you have the keychain.
He thought he was going to get me on that one, didn't he?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So, do you think that manga at any time has hindered me in any way reading it and everything? Or me and Trey, because you know Trey kind of reads or watches anime.
I wouldn't say hindered. Not the reading part of it. I would say just the money part of it. That, you know, there's been a lot of money spent, and I understand that it's, you know, a collection, but, you know, there's some times that Jacob needs to learn how to kind of put the brakes on just a tad. And that's the...
Who's the first thumbs down?
That's the hindering part of it.
Do you think at any point that I should sell off my collection?
You've already asked me that question, and I said no.
I mean, like in the future. Like way into the future. Like if I'm making an investment to own it now, and that I should sell it off like later on.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about that right now.
Because Toaster Cat, sometimes he'll do some of them that let me know, like there was a series that I bought when I bought it for, you know, $10 a book or whatever, and now it's worth $250 or $500 or something like that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, not for that reason.
Maybe if I get like a duplicate,
or if
sell that off.
If somewhere in the future, you know, you lost interest and decided that you know, you wanted to sell off your collection, you know, but nothing that I would just say that's what you need to do.
Do you know what next year is?
2019.
Well, besides that, next year is basically the year where I will have read manga and enjoyed it over half my life.
No, I did not realize that. I guess if I could have done the math, I would have figured it out, but I wasn't really thinking about that.
So, can you name any series in my collection?
No.
Okay. Well, I just had to throw that one out there, you know. I had to figure out how much, if you knew anything. What topic would you want me to focus on reading more of, I guess, in those stories? Like cooking or psychological, horror, like different genres.
Well, I mean, psychology, just because that's what you're working towards as a degree. How about not really cooking, because you do pretty well at that anyway.
I can only do one. I can only do one thumbs up. I'm holding the camera with my other hand.
Maybe handyman stuff, like how to build things. Is there a series like that?
Do you go, guys? I need some recommendations. You guys know any handyman manga?
And if there's not, then maybe y'all need to, like,
petition for one to be written.
Or also another one would be a manga about just life and the things that when you graduate from high school that you're going to have to learn that you don't really know anything about. Nobody teaches you that in school.
They have that. They have that. It's called Slice of Life.
Slice of Life. Do they teach you about property taxes in there?
No.
Do they teach you about income tax?
No.
Okay, then.
I mean, just life in general, though. Love life and all that other stuff.
Well, do they teach you how to balance a checkbook?
No, I mean, there is one that teaches you how to be a lawyer.
Oh. Well, okay.
So, besides manga, do you think that I should get anything to complement it? Like right now, I've been getting like the pops and stuff, the anime pops to complement it, and kind of say like, hey, I have like a statue or something for this series or these series now. But they have like regular statues and stuff you can get that are like more expensive. Do you think I should get like anything else to complement those, or like are the pops just fine or whatever?
I think the pops are fine, because the thing is, there's the books are twofold. You're making an investment in them, but you're also reading. You're not doing anything with the pops. They're just there. So if you went on to get a statue or something like that, it's just an inanimate thing that you're not getting anything out of.
How many?
So I would say just stick with pops.
How many is the biggest number of volumes that you've known that I've read in a day?
12.
Oh God, I'm pretty close. I mean, yeah.
I heard you tell your nephew that the other day.
It was just the once.
Okay, well, but that's what I'm saying. He said, what's the most you've ever read in one day?
Do you think it's kind of crazy that, because most people, at least a lot of my friends on here tell me that reading about 1 to 3 a day is on average, when my average is about 5 to 7.
Well, I've always said you could get, and I was glad to know that he did have another book that he was trying to read, like a regular chapter book.
It's in the bag.
Yeah, so obviously he hasn't made much of an effort towards reading it, and it's about something he's interested in, so I don't understand why he's not reading it.
It's my cruising around book.
It's in the back of the car, so that's about like how many pages you would read if you read just TMI, read books while you're in the bathroom.
That's a lot of TMI.
It's the truth. Some people read in the bathroom, some people don't.
So, being my biggest supporter at manga, is there anything else that you would like to tell everybody that's out there? As you being a family member that supports somebody that collects or buys manga?
Well, I'm sure everybody out there doesn't have the same kind of support. There's some people that are probably, wondering why you buy what you buy, why you read what you read. And that, I know a lot of people that read manga are maybe looked at a little differently, which doesn't make any sense. Jacob's a little different, but not too much. So, there are just normal people that read manga and enjoy it and those types of things. And other than that, I don't think so.
So last question. Crap. I just had somebody threw me off, guys. Last question. So, do you think that being, I guess, such a, well, actually, I have two questions. I'm sorry, I screwed up. So the other thing is the majority of my collection. I actually figured it out with somebody else the other day, and a lot of people say that when you get into collecting, you actually lose yourself in the collecting and whatnot, and you end up collecting more than you're reading. And I figured it out with somebody else that until I got the boxes in recently on my last couple manga hauls, that I was about 80% of the way read in my collection, and these new boxes and stuff dropped me down to about 75. Are you pretty excited that I'm over that halfway point? I mean, I'm about 3/4 the way read into my collection. A lot of people tell me that a lot of people haven't done that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. If you're going to make the investment, that's why I was calling them before twofold. You're reading and, hopefully in every one of them learning a little bit of something, but then also having it as a collection, which not everybody can say that about something that they collect. So, yes.
Okay, and last question. So,
Promise?
yeah, for real this time. I was like, I can't use the other one as my last question, though, because this one's my last question. So, do you think, because some of my other friends, Loha Lee and some of the other people said that, like, in their towns, when they were growing up, they were, like, one or the two of the only people, like, in their town that, like, read or enjoyed manga. Do you think that being on YouTube and basically being able to reach out to other younger people than that is a good thing for our community to do, especially in the way that we're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I don't even know anything to add to that, but yes, I think that's a good thing. As long as it's a community and it's a positive community, doesn't matter whether it's, people in person together or on a YouTube channel or whatever. It's positive. If there's things that people, different people can contribute to each other, then, it's a good thing.
Okay. That should be it. I have a PS question for you.
I knew it.
I mean, it's not. So, if anybody has a comment that they have referring to you on here, would you want me to tell you?
Sure. Why not? Positive or negative?
Oh, no.
I can't see them being negative, though. I'm being positive about that.
So, there you go, guys. That's one of my parents and their input on manga and all that other stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll have to be careful about my comments after that.
Right, because we can't involve like any other members of the family.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way. Of his family members, other than the younger nephews, half brothers and sisters, I'm probably the next biggest supporter. And they just do it because they're like his nephew that went and saw his collection last weekend is just in awe of the books And
Now that she said that, I have another question.
no.
Just one more.
Okay.
So this is going to be the super last, because you just made me think about it when you said me showing him my collection. So for all my like haters that are out there that have been like, oh, manga's stupid or whatever, what do you think about it in the fact of they do all the trash talking, and then when they walk into the actual room with the collection and stuff, they get the whole like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball, like wow kind of thing from it, like it stops them in their tracks.
What do I think about that?
Yeah, what do you think about that? Because you know they went from trash talking to the whole like wow factor, like going to Disney World.
Well, I don't know who else has done that, but you know, your nephew didn't ever trash talk anyway.
Oh no, it's other friends and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know. That would have to be for you, that those friends that walked in there and said, wow, if they'd ever trash talked before. So that question's back to you. The people that trash talked, if they saw your room, did they
You have any words for
have
those
the
haters
wow
out there?
factor? No.
They probably don't watch this channel.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
or anybody else's channel in our community.
Yeah, they probably don't.
So, anyway, so we've been going for over 26 minutes.
Right, and this was supposed to be like 10, 15 minutes at the most, which is bad for two reasons. That means we've had no customers.
For almost 30 minutes.
Yeah, for almost 30 minutes. And I
The
didn't think
load
we were gonna
time.
go this long.
The load time's going to take a long time to put this up.
Yeah.
It might not. Or I know at the house it does. It takes a long time to put it up. So any final words?
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm sure I won't talk to you again before 2019. I may never talk to you again. But I'm sure there'll be some positive things out there about me. And so Jacob's going to go, Mom, you need to get back on. We need to do another Q&A about something else. So anyway,
So
that's it. I'm just being silly.
So if the fans want, would you do like a monthly video? I mean, you know, that's only like 12 videos out of the whole year. 365 days. You'd only be taking like a couple hours out every month.
2 hours?
Preparation.
How about like maybe an hour, and then we do like a really timed video, like about 15 minutes at the most.
I was just doing preparation.
Okay. If that means reading a book, I'm not going to do it for you and I to talk about.
That really hurts.
Can't do it.
Oh, okay. We'll get Trey in on one of these two, with all three of us.
Okay.
See if he can throw some questions out there for you. But anyway, guys, so I guess I will see you guys later. This Jen Graves signing off, and my mom. So, you know, if you want to comment on the video, comment on the video. And if you liked and support that, you liked that my mom was in this video and whatnot, you know, drop a hashtag or something down. Hashtag Jen Graves' mom. And you know, we'll go from there. That way, after all you guys watch this, you know, since I've kind of revamped part of the different things with the new thumbnails, and I mean, obviously we're in a car, so I can't do anything about the lighting, but do that, and maybe you know, 2019 we'll get her at least an hour a month. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, this is Jen Graves, like I said, and my mom, and we will catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.